Hello, welcome to Sophic Yogi. In every corner of our world, there exist tales of places where the unseen dwell, where the air is thick with mystery and the walls echo with stories of the past. These are not mere buildings or landscapes. They are repositories of memories, sites of unexplained phenomena. Known for their paranormal activities, these locations have been etched into our collective consciousness as haunted. So, hold on to your courage, for we are about to go on board on a chilling journey. Prepare to dive into the shadows as we journey through some of the world's most famous haunted locations. Our first stop takes us to the heart of California. The Winchester Mystery House stands as a monument to the unknown. In the midst of Silicon Valley, a region synonymous with the future, lies a relic of the past that remains shrouded in mystery. Welcome to the Winchester Mystery House, an architectural wonder that defies reason and strikes a chord of eerie fascination in all who visit. The tale of this house begins with a woman named Sarah Winchester, the widow of firearm magnate William Wirt Winchester. In the late 19th century, following the death of her husband and child, Sarah Winchester embarked on a construction project that would last for the remainder of her life. Plagued by grief and tormented by the belief that she was being haunted by the spirits of those killed by Winchester rifles, Sarah sought the advice of a medium. The spiritual advisor told her to build a home that would house these restless spirits. And so, the Winchester Mystery House was born. Over the course of 38 years, the house grew into a sprawling mansion with a mind-boggling 160 rooms, including 40 bedrooms, 2 ballrooms, and a dizzying number of staircases and doors, many of which lead to nowhere. Construction continued relentlessly, day and night, until Sarah's death in 1922. The house is a labyrinth of architectural oddities. Staircases ascend into ceilings, doors open onto brick walls, and windows peer into other rooms. Some say these peculiarities were Sarah's attempt to confuse the spirits that haunted her, and it seems that she may not have been entirely successful in shaking off her spectral pursuers. Over the years, there have been numerous reports of paranormal activity within the house. Footsteps echo in empty hallways, spectral figures are glimpsed in mirrors, and voices whisper from unseen corners. Even today, staff and visitors alike report strange occurrences that defy explanation. Sarah's bedroom, where she died, is a particular hotspot for these eerie encounters. Many claim to have felt sudden chill upon entering, while others report seeing the apparition of a woman, believed to be Sarah herself, wandering the room. The house's grand ballroom is another focal point of spectral activity. Construction workers who were building the room reported hearing a ghostly trio of voices singing in the middle of the night. To this day, visitors sometimes report strange, disembodied music wafting through the air. The Winchester Mystery House is a testament to one woman's obsession with the supernatural, an architectural enigma that continues to baffle and fascinate. It stands as a monument to the unknown, a testament to the spirits that allegedly dwell within its walls. So, if you ever find yourself in San Jose, California, why not pay a visit to the Winchester Mystery House? Who knows, you might just encounter a spirit or two. The Winchester Mystery House, a labyrinth of spirits, continues to mystify and terrify visitors to this day. Before we journey across the Atlantic to the historic Tower of London, please subscribe to the channel. If you like it, press the like button and don't forget to share. This is a place where history and horror twist. Perched on the north bank of the River Thames, the Tower of London has been a crucial part of British history for nearly 1,000 years. With its imposing stone walls and ominous turrets, it has been a royal palace, a treasury, a menagerie, and perhaps most famously, a prison and place chaise of execution. The tower has seen its fair share of bloodshed. In the 16th and 17th centuries, it was the setting for numerous executions, as those who fell from favor with the monarchy often met their end within its walls. The infamous Anne Boleyn, second wife of King Henry VIII, was beheaded here in 1536, and her ghost is said to still haunt the tower's chapel. The tower's bloody history doesn't end with Anne. Lady Jane Grey, who was queen for just 9 days before being overthrown by Mary Tudor, was also executed here. Her ghost is said to appear on the anniversary of her death. weeping and wandering the grounds in a state of eternal sorrow. It's not just the executed who are said to haunt the tower. The two young princes, Edward and Richard, who were imprisoned in the tower and mysteriously disappeared in the late 15th century, are also believed to haunt the ancient building. Their small, ghostly figures have reportedly been seen playing in the corridors, their laughter echoing through the stone halls. These are just a few of the many ghosts that are said to inhabit the tower. Sightings have been reported by visitors, staff, and even the yeoman warders, the ceremonial guardians of the tower who live within its walls. These spectral figures, coupled with the tower's dark and bloody history, have led many to consider it one of the most haunted places in Britain. But the tower isn't just a place of horror, it's also a place of history, a living testament to the centuries of turmoil, triumph, and tragedy that have structured Britain. Its walls have seen kings and queens rise and fall, wars begin and end, and eras come and go. Its stones bear the scars of time, each a silent witness to the countless lives that have been lived and lost within its confines. Despite the tales of ghosts and the echoes of its violent past, the Tower of London remains a beloved symbol of British heritage. It continues to draw millions of visitors each year who come to explore its ancient halls, marvel at its historic artifacts, and perhaps catch a glimpse of a ghost or two. In the heart of London, the tower stands, a silent witness to centuries of bloodshed and unrest, forever echoing with the voices of the past. Beneath the romantic streets of Paris lies a city of the dead, a haunting reminder of our mortality. Welcome to the Paris Catacombs, a labyrinth of bones and skulls, the final resting place for millions. This underground ossuary was born out of necessity in the late 18th century, when Parisian cemeteries were brimming to capacity. To alleviate the issue, the city decided to use part of its extensive network of abandoned quarries to house the remains. During the process of exhumation and reburial, bones were stacked along the walls in decorative arrangements, creating a macabre artistry that has captivated the imagination of visitors for centuries. The catacombs stretch for over 200 miles beneath the city, but only a small portion is open to the public. The chilling atmosphere is palpable as you descend the spiral staircase into the depths of the catacombs. The air is heavy with a silent eeriness, starkly contrasting to the bustling city above. The neatly stacked bones and skulls that line the corridors serve as a stark reminder of the fleeting nature of life. But it's not just the physical remains that have made the catacombs infamous. This city of the dead is also known for its spectral residents. Many visitors have reported strange occurrences during their tours. They speak of ghostly apparitions, disembodied whispers, and cold spots that appear out of nowhere. Some have even claimed to hear the faint echo of the Parisian dead, their voices murmuring from the shadowy corners of the tunnels. One of the most chilling tales is that of a man named Philibert Aspet. He was a doorkeeper who ventured into the catacombs one night in 1793 and was never seen alive again. His body was discovered 11 years later, just a few feet away from an exit. It's said that his ghost still roams the catacombs, forever lost in the labyrinth of the dead. Despite the eerie tales, the catacombs continue to draw in the curious and the brave. They come to face their fears, to confront the inevitability of death, or simply to appreciate the strange beauty of this underground ossuary. It's a place that forces us to confront our mortality, to come face to face with the legions of the dead, their skulls grinning back at us from the darkness. But remember, the catacombs are not just a tourist attraction. They are a sacred place, a massive tomb holding the remains of millions. It's a place of respect and remembrance, a chilling testament to the cycle of life and death. And so we leave the catacombs, ascending back into the world of the living, carrying with us the echoes of the past. But as we return to the bustling streets of Paris, we can't help but remember what lies beneath our feet. The catacombs of Paris, a chilling testament to the past, where the dead continue their silent vigil. Our final destination takes us to the Eastern State Penitentiary, a place where the concept of life sentence takes on a whole new meaning. Welcome to the Eastern State Penitentiary, or as it's more ominously known, the Prison of Ghosts. This imposing structure was once the most famous and expensive prison in the world. It held some of America's most notorious criminals, including the infamous gangster Al Capone. But today, it's not the living that makes this place infamous, but the departed, souls who are said to linger within its walls. The Eastern State Penitentiary, located in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, was operational from 1829 to 1971. Its design was revolutionary for its time, a wheel and spoke layout that was later adopted by more than 300 prisons worldwide. But this innovative design, it seems, was not enough to keep the tormented souls of its inmates from wandering its corridors, long after their earthly presence had faded. Visitors and staff have reported numerous unexplained phenomena, from disembodied voices and echoing footsteps to shadowy figures that vanish when approached. One of the most chilling accounts comes from a locksmith who, while working on a 140-year-old lock inside the prison, had a bone-chilling encounter. He claimed to have seen a tormented group of faces appear on the cell wall, contorting in pain and anguish. It was as if he said he had somehow unlocked a doorway to the past, and the spirits trapped within were begging for release. And then there's Cell Block 12, known for echoing voices and cackling laughter. It's here that a guard in the 1950s saw a ghostly figure so real, he tried to pursue it, only to have it disappear before his eyes. Or the story of Gary Johnson, who, while opening an old cell, was overcome by an inexplicable force that immobilized him. As he stood paralyzed, he saw tormented faces appear on the cell walls, contorting and screaming in agony. But perhaps the most famous apparition of Eastern State Penitentiary is the ghost of an inmate known only as the Shadow Man. This spectral figure has been seen lurking in the shadows of the prison, often spotted in the guard tower or along the prison walls. He's described as a dark, shadowy figure with a malevolent presence, a silent testament to the prison's grim history. The Eastern State Penitentiary is not just a historical landmark, it's a tangible reminder of the suffering and despair that once permeated its walls. Its haunting tales of ghostly apparitions and unexplained phenomena have earned it a place among America's most haunted locations. It's a chilling testament to the idea that some places are so marked by their history, the past refuses to let go. So, next time you find yourself in Philadelphia, dare to walk the eerie corridors of this prison of ghosts. Listen carefully, and perhaps you'll hear the echoes of past misdeeds, the laughter of long-dead inmates, or the soft footsteps of the Shadow Man. The Eastern State Penitentiary, a prison of ghosts where the echoes of past misdeeds still linger. From the labyrinthine halls of the Winchester Mystery House to the chilling depths of the Paris Catacombs, our world is filled with places that defy explanation. Indeed, every corner of our globe holds a story, a mystery, a haunting. These tales are woven into the very fabric of these locations, as inseparable from the brick and mortar as the spirits themselves. The Winchester Mystery House, a sprawling mansion of enigmatic design, continues to baffle and bewilder. Its infinite maze of rooms and doors leading nowhere serve as a chilling testament to a tormented soul's desperate attempts to outwit the spectres of her past. Then there's the Tower of London, a fortress steeped in history and bloodshed. Its cold, stone walls echo with the cries of the fallen, the unjustly accused, and the tortured. Every stone, every crevice reverberates with a tale of sorrow, treachery, and death. Beneath the city of love, Paris, lies a chilling unworld. The Catacombs, a labyrinth of the dead, house millions of skeletal remains. The Catacombs tell a story of a city's struggle with death and disease, a macabre reminder of mortality that sends shivers down one's spine. And the Eastern State Penitentiary, a once bustling prison, now lies desolate, its eerie silence punctuated by the whispers of its ghostly inmates. Its decaying cells and corridors are a chilling testament to the inhuman conditions that once prevailed, a haunting echo of the past that refuses to fade into oblivion. These are not just stories. They are echoes of our history, reminders of our past, and windows into the unexplained. They challenge our understanding of the world around us and remind us that there are forces at work that we may never fully comprehend. As we leave these haunted halls behind, remember, the next time you feel a chill run down your spine, it might just be a whisper from the unseen. Thank you for being with me. Don't forget to share, like, comment, and of course to subscribe.